So point number one, I have point number one. What do you need to know about yourself? What to know about yourself? Number one, you need to know your purpose. You need to know what God's made you for. Because God hasn't made you to do what I'm called to do. God's made you to do what you're called to do. And what I want most in my life, I'm going to say it, as a pastor of this church, is for each and every one of you to know what you're called to do and then succeed in it. That's how you know that it's from God. Because if it's from the world, it would be like, I want everyone to just worship me. Everyone just come and worship. No. I want you to succeed, like beyond what you could ever think, dream, or imagine. I want you to be here next year and be like, I can't even believe I'm where I'm at. I can't even believe the stuff that God's doing in my life. But first, we must know what your purpose is. What is your purpose in life? Jeremiah 1 verse 5. I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. Before you were born, I set you apart. Did you know that God set you apart? Does anybody here, is that new news for you? God set you apart. God knit you together in your mother's womb. He knew you before you knew you. He knew you before your mother knew you. He set you apart as my prophet to the nations. Oh, but that was written to Jeremiah. Everything in the Bible is for you. It says all scripture is profitable for teaching, rebuking, is for correcting. It's for us to teach. So if it's in Jeremiah, it's for you. He knit you together in your mother's womb. He knew you before you were formed. He set you apart as a prophet. Do you know base prophecy is just encouraging people? Encouraging people, comforting people. You walk up to somebody and be like, hey, Christian, you're a great guy. That's base prophecy. Oh, it's not this foretelling the future. There is the word of wisdom and word of knowledge. That's in the spiritual gifts. And sometimes it happens. If you are getting ministered to, sometimes we operate in it because we covet earnestly the best gifts. If I say something like what happened last week, I said something that I didn't know. I saw something, I said something, and it was like nobody ever knew that. God will give you that. But base prophecy is being nice. Be encouraging to somebody. I would rather that you would prophesy. That's encourage. I would rather you be nice. You read through the Bible, and that's literally what they're saying. I would rather, it says prophecy. I don't even have the scripture on. I know I got it on the tip of 1 Corinthians 14 talks about it, where it says prophecy is encouraging, edification, uplifting. Base prophecy. It's not this foretelling the future. I have made you a prophet. I have made you a prophet. I've appointed you as my prophets.